So, I have here this very pretty pink flower, which has way too many leaves on it. The flower? Yeah, I picked it this morning. So, nitrogen's a gas, right? Why is this not all gas right away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of for the same reason that an ice cube, even though water is a liquid, an ice cube doesn't immediately turn to water, right? It takes some energy to get it to change states. Oh, this thing's going to be really neat. So, flower. You want to try? Love. That's fun. Yeah, this is a much easier way to make rose petals, by the way. What's that?
There's a big culinary use for it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of culinary uses. So,
like, are we making ice cream?
if anyone would like to try freezing and smashing a flower, does anybody want to smash one? They're kind of fun.
What would it do to like a pencil? You think it'd like the same thing?
Not much, as it turns out.
Oh, you tried it?
Yeah, we stuck a bunch of stuff in liquid nitrogen during a STEM club meeting last night, and it turns out that it's not quite as exciting as you would think for most things. Most things it makes really cold. It turns out that lots of things don't really change substantially in properties as they get really cold. Flowers are neat because they get really, really brittle. Anybody want to try?
Sure.
Wusses.
Okay. Big glove.
How long do you think it would take for the rest of that?
There's another big glove.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's still. Oh no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, sure.
Throw it.
Sure.
Nice. It's just cold. No, it didn't really get warm.
Yeah, so that was one thing we discovered was that, go for it.
Ooh.
That was here in the spirit of money.
In this.
Does anybody have a wart?
Be a touch careful. You don't really want to get much of that on your skin. It's not
You can be super quick about it though.
yeah, as long as it's on your skin, it's actually not so bad. It's when it gets on your clothes that you start having problems.
You hear it like pop. It sounds like
Is that much from
a
your
stone.
garden?
No, I just picked it on the way in.
Oh, that's poisonous.
Probably, yeah.
No, it's probably not. It's a common misconception that most wild mushrooms are poisonous. Actually, most are edible.
You just don't want to
And,
confuse.
yeah,
Yeah.
and, most of the ones that are considered not edible will just give you mild gastric discomfort.
Yeah, there are a few that will
Only
kill
a
you.
few that are deadly poisonous.
You just see a red one with
I mean-
white all over it.
I would argue that personally, most of them are not. Most of them give me enough gastric distress to not want to eat random ones. Also, the ones that are marked as non-edible are usually marked as non-edible because they taste disgusting or their texture is way wrong.
Also, there are different ways to cook them. For instance, like Bracterius mushrooms, like the milky caps, you can pickle them.
Anybody else?
They taste really good. Pickled.
Smash? Grab a glove.
Use the gloves. Don't be brave with your hands. Like, just a little
Is
bit
there
too
gonna
long.
be-
Starts to
Joe,
freeze.
is there gonna be any left to pour in the water?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like it's negative, you know, how many trees, spread out over. You're really like an artist.
Nice.
That's what I wanted.
Oh, jeez.
You need like a super good phone, like, I think that's
We're gonna get one.
Oh, these are all
So these are
turning
now
brown.
melty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course they're turning super brown super fast because why? Anybody know?
All the
They're, like,
capillaries
dead.
have like frozen and expanded.
Yeah, all the cells burst when you freeze them.
That's probably what that popping
Is that like one of the reasons like cryogenics is a super bad idea?
Yeah.
That is one of the challenges to getting cryogenics to work. Yeah.
They probably wouldn't like liquid nitrogen freeze you though. It'd probably be more like an ice cube freeze.
Bummer. Got the wrong side.
Yeah, and you get thrown on a table, you like break apart. It's really dangerous.
So like,
Yeah.
Bummer. The back didn't freeze. It was only the front.
Put it back together.
Still really cold.
Really carefully, and then slowly freeze them.
Okay, well, I think we need a refill on our nitrogen bowl. Oh, actually, this is fairly cool. So,
You have to put like a microphone on it.
okay, be just a touch careful. Don't try to catch big ones. You can catch little ones, and they can kind of roll around in your hand, but don't catch big ones. See what it's doing? How it's boiling on the surface of the table?
Whoa, look at on the seat. Yeah.
Look on the seat. Like it was, I didn't even register it was cold, it just started like turning white. It was big. I was like, okay.
Yeah, so the cool thing is, what's happening there is exactly the same thing that happens when you put water on a hot skillet. Right? There's a vapor barrier that forms underneath the bubble because it's boiling. Right? So the surface of the table, even though it's only room temperature, is a couple hundred degrees above the temperature at which the nitrogen boils. Right? So as soon as it hits that, it's immediately like hitting a hot pan. And so it gets this little vapor barrier under it, which is why you can put them in your hand, because there's a vapor barrier under there. Apparently the issue is when you get it in your clothes, it freezes the fibers of your clothes, and the fibers of your clothes have no vapor barrier between you and your skin. All right.
very cool.